This website is about the ALICE training. And for those of you who are not in schools right now, ALICE is an acronym for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. And it is sort of the new direction that school safety is going when it comes to lockdown drills. We used to shelter in place, all hide under the desks, in a closet, and now there are different views about how to handle an active shooter or intruder situation. And so a lot of schools are beginning to adopt the ALICE method. And this is not a traditional sort of school learning resource website, but I really wanted to include it because light bulbs went off when I was doing last week's module and realized that this ALICE training is a blended learning type of training. And so I'm including this website because it does have a lot of great resources in it. You can look at information for organizations, for instructors, or for individuals. I, of course, for schools, went straight down to K through 12 schools. And let's see, as it loads, it talks a lot about what the training is. And if you go all the way down, there's the blended learning. And when I saw that, I've been through the training in the blended learning approach and didn't realize it was blended learning. So part of what the training is you take an online course, you watch videos, you read material, you take quizzes, which then reduces the amount of time that the entire school has to spend in an in-class or in-school training. The follow-up to this is that we did have a faculty meeting where trainers came and police officers from the city, and they finished up the training in much less time than it would have taken. There are also a lot of resources on this website. Let's see, we'll go to featured videos. For those of you who aren't familiar with ALICE, I think that this has a lot of interesting videos about it, just learning about how schools are implementing ALICE and different ways that it has been effective. And let's see, we can go back to, I want to go back to K through 12 education and show you again more of the resources that go with K through 12. And the training, unfortunately, does need to be sponsored by the school, so the training part is not free. But I thought that it was appropriate to include this website as a technology resource because of the fact that it is a very practical example of blended learning. And as a school librarian, of course, I was very interested in this book, and I've actually used it in my classroom. ALICE training is age appropriate, and it talks about how to address these topics that are very hard with young children.
Talking to children about a violent intruder can be very challenging.
As you can see, there are resources for that too.
I have a book that might be helpful.
And so some of these,
I'm not scared because I'm prepared.
Some of these resources on the website, a lot of them are free. There's a lot of information. And I think this would be very valuable for anyone who is in a leadership role right now if their school has not begun to adopt ALICE or not begun to look into it. So I really would recommend that you poke around this website and read and learn about some of the trainings that they have.